Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, for your key to the week, you have the Emperor card. And actually the feeling that I get from this week you're going to have to put your foot down with something. There's an element here that kind of suggests to me, just from what I feel from this card, you are having to really stand your ground. This is going to be a week where you're kind of drawing a line in the sand and you're saying, you know what, here is where it ends. It will go no further from here. The other thing with the Emperor card, this can sometimes see you having to declare something, making an official kind of declaration. It doesn't have to be, you know, out there to the world. It could be in, you know, in your family. It could be with a partner, with a loved one, with a friend. It just sees you having to really set and stake a claim in some way, shape or form. It's kind of like you're making a final decision, and you are sticking with that. And it's kind of like you're saying, right, this is what I decide, and from here on in, this is how it's going to go. For your actions and options, you have the Devil card. So this is you, right? You show up in all of your glory, exactly as you are. And it's funny, isn't it? Look at this, right? You've got the Devil card, which is you. Then you've got the Emperor, which is Aries/Mars. And look at the way that they've come out. And at the moment, we're all under this Mars square Saturn thing that we're going to be under certainly for the next few months, right? If you haven't seen the weekly general, check it out, because I kind of feel like this week is very much a last hurrah kind of energy. And the fact that you have the Devil card here in your actions and options, you are sticking to your guns on something. But I have to say this to you because obviously it's your energy, but it's also the energy of itself in terms of what it represents. So wherever it is that you're staking your claim or you're putting your foot down with something, expect this to be a long haul. It may be something that starts this week and then continues from here on in. So you probably want to be aware of that. For your communications and conversations, you have the Three of Cups. This is really nice. This is good news. It's good, fun, enjoyable times. This could be a great week for you to connect with brothers. It could be a great week for you to connect with father figures, uncle figures. Now you do have the Devil card here, which means you could be you could be just like whatever it is or whoever it is that you're putting your foot down with. It looks like you might be trying to approach everything and anyone like that. I'll give you an example. I remember one year for New Year's Eve, I met a bunch of people from New York. And this guy said, you know, we do everything big, we do everything loud, and we do everything fast. So if you said to me like, you know, hi, have you got the time? He'd be like, you want the time? The time? And I was like, oh, okay. This week you could be finding that you're very much tapped into that energy. You could just be like plugged into the mains and also very sort of forthright. I mean, you're usually very forthright anyway. But this week you could be like Capricorn 2.0 or Capricorn on steroids. Just remember to try and find a way to temper that, okay? And also, I feel like I'm seeing either an interview situation, as in literally an interview, or certainly you starting to figure out what it is that you want to do from here on in. For your home, your money and materials, you have the Five of Cups. Not an easy card, especially underneath the Devil card. It does look like you are going to have some sort of surprise expense come up this week. Now, when I say surprise expense, this comes off the back of that Three of Cups, right? Which means that this could be some recurring expense that comes up, but it comes up out of the blue. So maybe something that you've spent money on to try and get fixed previously, and then this week it breaks down again and you're like, oh, you know, this I could have done without. It does look like this week there's going to be some sort of financial hiccup that takes place, and what I will say to you is, if you spend money on this thing consistently getting it fixed or repaired or to run right, the chances are your money would probably be better spent just replacing it, you know, altogether, and not with something that's second hand. It does look like it needs to be something that is new, or something that's going to, you know, do the job in a better way. For your physical health and vitality, this week it looks like you're going through some sort of detox, or you are, it looks like you're denying yourself in some way, shape or form, because you've got the Five of Cups, but then you've got that Devil card. And that feels like it's almost like you're putting yourself through the mill, whether this is dieting, exercise, detoxing, you know, you're really, you know, being very firm with yourself as well. It looks like, you know, that's integrity for you in true Capricorn fashion. And then finally, for your home and environment, that's that expense. I really feel like it's going to be, and it might be something, you know, hopefully it's something small and trivial, but it does look like it's something that constantly needs financial attention, and it's like it would just be better for you at this point to just get a new one. For your love and relations, you have the Four of Cups. So you look at this, you've got the 3 and the 4 and the 5, right? That's a complete sequence of numbers. Whenever you see this, manifestation is starting to speed up. When it comes to your relationship, for those of you that are single, this could be a week where you are meeting somebody, but in a very unconventional setting, or in a very, you know, maybe it's something that brings you together that you think like, oh, you know, can you believe, like, I met this person at ... You know, it might not be the most glamorous or sexy of locations, so just something to be aware of. The other part of this is as well, it looks like some of you are toying with the chance of giving somebody, toying with the idea of giving somebody another chance. I'm not sure that this is the best use of your time, and more importantly, that this person is deserving of of said second chance. For those of you that are partnered, it kind of feels that you guys are looking at your long-term plans and you're seeing a mountain, whereas usually Capricorns just see an obstacle to be conquered. This week, I don't know why, but I get the sense that you could be letting it get the better of you. This could be a bit of a not mountain out of a molehill week, but you could definitely be feeling a little bit more in a funk than you usually are. Because usually Capricorns are really good at saying, you know, like they have their moment, much like Aquarius, and then once they've done, you know, whinging about it or whatever, they get proactive and just go say, right, I'm doing it. Cool. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.